All right, we'll get started. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome to my first interview for this channel. Oh my goodness, today I am honored. I have one of my favorite people. Well, actually, the perfect person I wanted to interview for this channel. My dear sister, Mahubo Saeed from Columbus, Ohio. Welcome, Abayo.
Thank you, Fatia. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate to have this discussion with you and opportunity to talk to you.
Mashallah, mashallah. I only watch you from TikTok and YouTube. So you're just as beautiful as you are. I'm thinking you're not one of those people that are filter obsessed.
I try not to.
Good for you.
Yeah,
good for you.
I want you to recognize me if you see me or if I get lost.
I know that is so important. You know, it was funny when I went to Europe this summer, last summer. A lot of people would come up to me and say, "Oh my God, but you look more beautiful in person." What is it? Do you not use filters? I'm like, well, thank you. I try not to. I mean, I rather use a little bit of light or the most natural. Like if I don't have any makeup on, anything, and I feel like I look a little rough and I just want to have a little bit of color, then I'll use the most natural filter, because ultimately I want people to be able to recognize me, like you said. But I rather that when you see me, you're not shocked. So I'm like, thank you. I was so honored. Everyone, I'm like, thank you. Yeah.
I love that. That is true. You know, and another thing that one of my actually motives is to be authentic. You know, to be authentic. Authenticity is really important to me in every aspect of my life. And just presenting myself, like you say, I do use here and there filters, not like drastically, but just something to make me a little lighter if I'm in the dark, or just something that removes anything that, like, you know, just a little bit of perfection, not completely alters my appearance, but just adds a little bit, enhances my natural beauty. I can appreciate something like that, but you know, just presenting myself as I am is really important to me, especially on the internet world. Authenticity is lacking or it's very small, so it's a rare case where you encounter a lot of authenticity, and for me it's important to deliver that.
Mashallah.
Out of the
internet. That's wonderful. I love that. So Mahubo, you have to explain your name a little bit, because I have been calling you Mahubo, which is love. It's Arabic originally, and the way Somalis, I think the meaning is the same, the loving one or love. But you said your name is actually not Mahubo. Explain that to me. What is your name?
Can't you tell from my unpredictable personality? I'm kidding. But yes, my name actually is Mahubo. Mahubo, like Mahubo. And you know, I got that name like just because like I am the last. I'm the youngest in my family, and I was the last girl. My parents had my sisters, and then my brothers, and then me. So my mom wasn't expecting to have a girl at that time, and then I arrived, and it was like, whoa, like
like she wasn't sure if she was going to have another child.
Sorry, I use Somali. Yeah. Yes. So my mom's approach was, wow, I wasn't expecting. It's the unexpected. It wasn't. She wasn't certain that she was gonna bear children anymore, because my mom did have me at an older age. She was in her 40s. She had me. So yeah, it was. So that's what it means. Mahubo means like I'm not sure, or like uncertain or unpredictable. I think all my friends agree that I am spontaneous. I'm flexible. I like to make changes quite often. So yeah, like I'm spontaneous. Like I can make plans real quick and like change direction easily if it makes sense to me. So I think that has a lot to do with my name.
Wow, I truly believe people do become their names. So I feel like I've always felt that having the right name is very, very important, and that parents should be very, very careful naming their children.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because, at the end of the day, your name is how you identify yourself to a degree. And it's also how other people identify you. So when people are identifying you in a way that doesn't make you smile or make you feel good about who you are or what you represent, it definitely will have an impact on the direction of life that you go. So I can totally see what you mean when you say that then the impact of your name can absolutely change the direction of your life.
Mahubo.
How about this? Every time you get my name wrong, it's $1, and you're gonna have to.
God. I'm gonna be in
You're gonna have
trouble.
to cash at me. That money tonight.
Oh my God, this is gonna be really hard for me. So, my dear Mahubo, because I identify you as like with love. So you'd cut me some slack, would you? Just let me call you.
Since I love you and you are a woman I admire, I'll cut you some slack.
Oh,
I'll let you get away with it.
We are fascinated. I know Somalis are very fascinated with you. You are, like I said earlier, very authentic. What you see is kind of what you get. I know a lot of us Somalis, I don't think I'm in that camp, but a lot of Somali women are sort of shackled to a lot of things. But you don't seem to have those shackles. Why is that? Who is Mahubo? Give us a brief history, just a tiny brief of of who you are.
I am a woman who truly believes in herself. I believe in my thoughts. I believe in my emotions. I believe the little voices I hear in my head. They're not crazy voices to me. If they are, I know how to identify negative voice from a empowering voice, limiting voice from, inspiring voice. I've learned to do that. And for me, I truly center myself in terms of what resonates with me. What makes me is the absolute truth of me standing up to my own voice. I believe what I say. I believe what I stand for. And to me, I'm always putting myself first before what anyone else thinks. When I was younger, I used to think that it was because I was clueless. I'm like, wow, I never think about the consequences before I say anything or before I do things. And I used to ask myself, like, why do I do stuff and then I get the consequences? I'm like, well, why are people reacting this way? They're crazy. Don't they know that there are other ways to look at this? Why do they only want to see it from one perspective? So I kind of grew up with that. And, eventually I grew into that and I saw the benefits of just being yourself. When you are yourself, you really are safe from the cruelty of this world. You are safe because you trust yourself. You will never betray yourself when you trust yourself. A lot of people tolerate a lot of BS. They accept a lot of BS that doesn't benefit them personally because they don't trust themselves. You are the foundation. To me, when I look at myself, I'm the foundation. I'm the foundation. Fatia, I can't do anything for you that I don't do for myself. That's literally my ultimate belief, is that I can't be anything for anyone else that I am not for myself. So I have to be empowered for myself. I have to be determined. I have to be patient with myself. I have to be kind with myself. I have to just embrace myself and accept myself. These are words that sound cliche, but when you embody it, it really makes up the person that you are, someone who's always inner focus. Like when I see someone, I'm not going to notice negative things from other people, because when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see any negative traits. All I see is just this, and I don't mean the perfect, the late term that humans use, perfect, but I mean in terms of perfectly perfect. To me, look at myself, I'm like, wow, God exists. This is proof God exists. And I'm not
Indeed, mashallah.
arrogancy, you know, I'm not coming from arrogancy, but realizing how gifted the human race is, and anything that God created is just incredible to me, including trees, mountains, water, like oceans, rivers, animals, you know, all those things I admire as much as I admire myself. So to me, I'm the foundation, and just being just every day create your higher self daily.
MashaAllah. That sounds really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. So Mahubo, correction, Mahubo.
It's okay. It's okay.
That is really,
I'm not attached.
You're not going to hold it against me. Yeah.
No.
Good.
No.
MashaAllah. So, if you don't mind me asking, you have a disability.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And you don't shy away from displaying your beautiful, just fabulous, because you are known to be Mahubo marvelous. Mahubo fabulous. Mahubo fabulous.
Right. You know, when you say marvelous, that was actually in middle school. That's what in middle school and high school, I was actually called that. Fabulous started in college.
Mahubo marvelous.
That's what I used to be.
And now you're Mahubo fabulous.
Right.
MashaAllah. And you're actually known for that name, Mahubo fabulous. Mahubo fabulous. And so you really look incredibly fabulous. MashaAllah, you're looking beautiful here. It's so important to embody. You really do embody confidence, a lot of confidence, mashallah. So proud of you. And we come from a culture that is extremely superficial. A lot of people say the Western culture, especially the American culture, is very, very superficial. But I say the Somali culture is the most superficial of all cultures, because we actually name people due to their disability. So if someone has a missing eye, we would call them so and so with the missing eye. The cheese, as you always talk about that.
I get that.
The cheese millionaire with the cheese meaning.
Yeah, like remove the stigma. Remove the stigma.
Can you tell us a little bit about how how your disability occurred, and why is it that you're so confident and that you just have this incredible love and admiration for yourself, and that you don't care about what anybody thinks? Yeah,
I'm so glad you asked that. So you kind of asked me two-part question. Okay, so how I am just always fabulous and grand it really does go back to our previous discussion. I embody the word fabulous. I'm not just fabulous. I embody it. And that's how the name came to me, is because I look at how I interact with other people, how I interact with myself, how I just conduct myself publicly, privately. To me, the most appropriate word for women like myself with the traits that I have, it was fabulous. And I embodied that word. And the reason, I don't really care about what people think, how people perceive me, is that I am very happy with who I am. I look at myself and I'm like, wow, I am so happy my disability happened, because I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. I'm literally obsessed with myself. And I know, the world we're in today, loving yourself means narcissism. It means egocentric. It means all this kind of selfish, all this stuff that labels. But loving yourself has nothing to do with anything negative. I love myself means I put myself before anyone else, and I put myself before anyone else doesn't mean that I'm inconsiderate. It just means I am known to care for myself, which trains me to care for other people as well. Okay, I'm the foundation. To me, if I love myself, I don't care the love of other people. If I accept myself, I don't care for the acceptance of other people. So to me, like anything, my weight, my height, my skin color, my disability, my personality, how I dress. I dress weird, even for Americans, you know, like I wear my hats, my dresses, like, you know, it's just, I wear whatever I want to wear. And it can like be considered weird to other people, but it's none of my business. To me, you get what you get. I don't care how you take it. My only responsibility is to ensure that I am really not violating anyone's rights. To me, as long as I'm not violating anyone else, my body, my choice, my everything. Like I am in control of this body and soul, and I do whatever I want with it, and no one else has a say.